The old school Ragnar Blackmane, in my 100% factual opinion, is the greatest Space Marine model ever made. You disagree? Well, guess what? You're wrong. Sucks to suck. Either way, I bought this model about a month ago before it stopped being made, along with Lucas the Trickster. Smart person I am. Finally, after I don't know how long, I got around to painting him, and this is how I did it. For the armor, I used Dark Reaper, the Fang, Rust Grey, Fenrisian Grey, and White Scar. Yes, I know, Dark Reaper sounds weird, but it works. It gives the shadows more of an intense dark look, and I like dark Space Wolves. But having said that, Ragnar is a young Space Wolf, so I got to keep him somewhat baby blue, sadly. Using my 60-30-10 rule, I used the Fang as my first layer, and if you don't practice this style, well, now is the time to try. I focused on the shape of the object, and applied where I believed light would reflect. Obviously it's not perfect, but it definitely helps with understanding where to apply. The 30 layer, being Rust Grey, was easy. I simply went over the same area like I was colouring in a colouring book. However, I left 50% of the Fang visible. Fenrisian Grey was my 10%, and unlike normal, this was actually 10%. Layering inside the Rust Grey with White Scar as the edge highlight, and oh how pleased I was with how this looked. But with the next step so close, I was honestly kinda scared. Ragnar got his cloak from a black-maned wolf that he killed in his trial of Morkai, which is weird because Games Workshop paints him without a black-maned wolf. So yeah, I'm doing black-maned wolf stuff GW. This was a big step, going back and forth a million times till I got it right. His black-maned cloak I wanted, like, you know, be somewhat black. Did I succeed in this? No. No, I did not. Using Renox hide, Ragnar flesh, Scrag brown, Mournfang brown, Abaddon black, Agrath's Urkshade, Mechanicus standard grey, and Dawnstone to create the right scheme. Way too many steps. I used wet blending, stippling, dry brushing, and layering, all for this damn pelt. Finished maybe 4 times, wasn't happy, so kept going. It finished up okay, so I decided to leave it the way it is. Is it bad? No. But is it good? It's okay. Avoiding the anger burnout, I quit and decided to move on. The red cloak was quick and easy. Galvorback red, Corn red, and Evil Sun scarlet. Simply 60-30-10 placement and looked good. Happy, happy, happy! Frostfang is a frost blade that was given to him by Lady Juliana Belisarius. Yeah bro, I don't know how to pronounce that. It was crafted by the Master Iron Priest Fergus Fulgrim. It's one of a kind as its maker died centuries prior to Ragnar gaining this beauty. I was excited for this step. Avalon Sunset, Uriel Yellow, and Screaming Skull was the best way to paint it, giving it a worn but strong matte yellow. I used Mechanicus Standard Grey, Dawnstone, and White Scar for the non-metallic metal look on the chain blades. Hair is something I have always struggled with, but after watching many videos, I found a okay way of doing it. Using Abaddon Black as a base coat, I could use Dawnstone on the curves in the hair, making highlighting with Administering Grey easy. I had to focus on where exactly the light would reflect, and where exactly the curves in the hair was. I wanted to keep metallics away from Ragnar. Why? Why, you ask? Because why not? That's why. Renox hide is a strong base, allowing Mournfang brown to have better coverage. Scrag brown, being as thin as it is, was a pain in my ass. But I was able to use it as the last layer, and then have Deathclaw brown as an edge highlight. I've said it once, and I'll say it again. 60, 30, 10. Follow that rule and you will improve. If you haven't tried non-metallic metal, you should. It is a different way to paint and will teach you a lot about light. And as you can see, I'm like, I'm okay at it. Not great, not terrible, but okay. So you can't be any worse than me, right? For his skin, Bugman's Glow, Cadian Flesh Tone, and Kislev Flesh. And just like that, Ragnar Blackmane is finished. My first ever painted Wolflord. Which is absolutely retarded, because my name is literally Wolf Lord Dusk.